Leonardo is not only famous for being an artist, but he was also a great scientist. He was born at a time when science was often mistaken for witchcraft and devil's work. When he was born, Italy was a series of governing cities, each counting the others. She even drew the organs, like heart. For centuries, these drawings were used by medical students in pursuing their knowledge on the human body. She has a smile that no one understands. No one can interpret. Is she happy? Sad? Is she complaining about Leonardo's flying machines?
Sejong used his life to make his country better. He was the best king in Joseon's history and the only king who gave language to Joseon. First, he was a great linguist, and one of his important jobs was making Hunminjeongeum, or alphabet. It is a Korean letter Sejong first started making in 1443 and finished in 1446. He gave army gunpowder and standardized it. And he loved his common people. Although he was the highest rank in the whole country, he tried to give the poor people and slaves the best life.
He was the 16th President of USA and a strong defender of human rights in a time when human value depended upon the color of the war was about freeing slaves and concentrating government powers in the North. The North wanted to free slaves, but the South needed to keep slaves because of economical purposes. The reason why Booth had killed Lincoln is because of his dissatisfaction with the war. Booth was angry that the war has begun because of Lincoln. Lincoln did not survive. In conclusion, I think Lincoln was an amazing president. The main reason that he is my hero is that he freed slaves from slavery.
Stephen was a theoretical physicist and was born in 1942, January 4th, with the magical, mental faculties. First, I'm going to talk about the wheelchair that Stephen Hawking sat in 24 hours a day. His last wheelchair was a special motorized wheelchair with a tablet computer, IR sensor, universal remote, peripheral box, and hardware synthesizer. Second, I'm also going to talk about the data of black holes that Stephen Hawking discovered. A black hole is an object, usually a collapsed star, with such a strong pull of gravity that is faster than the speed of light. This means that nothing can escape from a black hole.
The skaters are graceful, slender, and incredible to watch as they glide on the ice in a magic sequence of music, color, and brilliance. Yeon Kim was born in South Korea, 1990, September 5th. She really wanted to give up, but instead, she will work harder. The thing she had to do was overcome the burden. She always thought her rival was herself, and when she started the game, nobody can disturb her from her world. Figure skating was invented by attaching metal blades to sole of flat shoe in 19th century Europe by Edward Bushnell. At 1816, his ballet teacher Jackson Haynes devised the base of skate, so figure skating was possible. Do you have your own hero? Who is it? Good afternoon, honorable judges, wise-side staffs, home-safe families, and fellow students. My name is Julie Kim, and I would like to introduce about J.K. Rowling, the author of the international famous series, Harry Potter. The Harry Potter series has been translated into 80 different languages. As of February 2018, it has sold over 500 million books worldwide. The last 4 books was recorded as fastest selling in history. It's because before she wrote Harry Potter series, her life was pretty tough. But she stand against all the hard times and wrote awesome stories like Harry Potter. Also, I admire her imagination. I wonder how she wrote amazing stories like Harry Potter.
My name is Louis Yoon, and I'm going to introduce Nikola Tesla. You should have heard his name before. He was an electrical engineer, inventor, mechanical engineer, physicist, and futurist. Whenever Tesla was excited, he would see a glimmer of light. He described it as a peculiar suffering, sometimes experienced by images with strong light. He went through tremendous mental training to get out of this painful form, and as a result, he had his own imaginary world in his head. And he had the philosophy of making his inventions available to human beings free of charge, similar to how Tesla Motors' public utility patents operate. According to Tesla, however, people expressed dissatisfaction about the fact that individuals do not have original creativity rather than using their own ideas.